Here we go. Oh god. Last night me was not having a good time.
Absolutely. Of course.
Questions, Captain?
Up we go. Just realized the microphone was really far away. And we're done here. Holy shit, I can't believe this. So. I guess we're gonna go do the main quest. Which is to say, we're taking out the traitors. Alright, I was supposed to come back here on the 16th of the month. I totally forgot. Fuck. Well, I'll try to remember it next time. Here we go.
Looking for a pistol?
Oh, this is a good time to start selling shit. Oh, my cat's outside. She's very upset that the door is closed. I am making bank, bro. I don't know why I'm surprised. Like this happens every time. To be fair. There we go. There we go. Oh. That is kind of useful. Okay. I think we're done here.
Certainly.
We should at least snooze. Because boy are my characters fucked. I don't even know why. They have so many wounds.
Brother and his kids live at a farming collective back home, barely making it by.
Watch your step around the... Can I help you with something? Some of the soldiers and... Like I said, none of the regulars are looking for new opponents, though. Try the razors...
I can't sleep here. I keep forgetting.
Hey.
There's no sleeping thing in this area of town. Kitty's screaming at me.
Get lost.
Walk
I'm
to
finished
victory,
with you.
Valentine! Triumph over your foe! Volcanoes gust, and islands shoot that perilous chain. The goddess Magra boiled and raved, her water clear to all.
Yes?
Real quiet now.
At once.
Never met a lot. I've done it good and well.
Think sneaky thoughts.
Dim in the lantern.
To be careful with this. Lowest level. To think, how can I walk this? We might have to walk this one by one.
You have my attention.
Because I need to get over there.
The pleasure is mine.
How the fuck do I get past these people? I'm being silly. It's not about getting past
What
them.
say?
It's about distracting them.
No need to ask twice. What say?
We throw one of those, like, explosives, right? There's, like, these, like, explosives we can use as distractions. Keep forgetting they exist. Right. These ones.
You need something?
Okay, that didn't work very well.
What say?
Let's try that again.
Akira, it is no problem. Yours to command, Captain.
Fuck, that did not last nearly as long
What
as
say?
Stop right there.
hoped.
The powder house is closed.
Okay. Okay, that is what I need to do. I just need to...
You need something?
Aye, of course.
Okay, one crossed.
You need only ask.
Okay, that worked for one. We just...
At your service.
Good thinking.
We got 3 more. Okay. Very well played, very well played.
You need something?
Now, he is going to be significantly harder.
That will do, I say.
Huh? Shit. Didn't mean that. Didn't mean that. Didn't mean that. Didn't mean that. Did not mean to do that. Did not mean to do that like that. My bad.
Yours to command, Captain. Next time, a challenge.
This should be enough. Should be enough. Yes. Fucking genius. Why am I doing all this? If I'm gonna blow up the powerhouse, they're all gonna get blown up anyway.
Yours
Why,
to command,
why
Captain.
am I doing this all sneaky?
Naturally.
I love how the cat's not sneaking, so everyone can see the fucking cat.
Quietly now.
Is no one down here? No, there are people down here. Just not a lot of them. Oh boy. Let's not do that. Okay, so maybe there are quite a lot of them.
I'd be glad to. What can I do?
Wonder how Chico and the kids are. I should write.
The game's trying to make me feel bad. The game's trying to make me feel real fucking bad. Oh boy.
Just a few hours between me and a tall mug of ale.
Indeed.
Tonight, I'll finally beat Pero at Hazatoa. I can feel it.
Everything's in place. Good. Good. Happily.
I wonder how Chico and the kids are. I should write.
Yeah, the game is trying very hard to make me feel awful. Oh,
Happy to oblige.
man.
At once. Of course.
Just a few hours between me and a tall mug of ale.
Everything in order? Absolutely. Everything.
Can I exit through the main door? Or is that gonna be an issue?
Discreet.
It was not an issue. Well, I just murdered a bunch of innocent people. Feels bad.
Yes?
Shut up, Wodika. This is not the time! Okay, maybe it is the time. Lovely.
If you desire answers, look no further.
She really fucking hates me.
Wodica nods stiffly.
Damn.
You feel her presence drift as a breeze.
There must be like an approval system with Wodica. And boy, am I at the bottom of it. This character should still be missing from here. Yep, she is. It's okay. Very soon she'll be back. Oh, wrong button. Wrong floor.
Ak, 1,000 swoles he offered me. I should have charged 10 times that.
Payment for igniting Rawatai's stockpile of black powder. Do we have that correct, Andakio?
Ak, it is so, Highness.
Director, you stand between Wodica's justice and Tangaloa's open mouth. Has the time come to amend your statement?
With respect, Your Highness, these charges are absurd. If that man is being paid, it is not from my pocket.
You expect us to believe that? This reeks of gutless Valian subterfuge.
Peace, Hazanui. I invited the Watcher here as a witness, and I dare anyone to find a more credible source. Watcher, please state your name for the Kahanga court. Did you witness the explosion at the Brass Citadel? Akira, then it is as I told our guests before.
Then let's get on with it. I want to know what the Watcher saw.
This is madness. Queen Onakaza, I would never do anything to threaten the peace between our people.
Worry not, Hazanui. Under this, tell us what you saw, Watcher.
I witnessed the explosion because I started it.
What? No, that's not...
I knew it! Release this snake to me, Queen.
That will be enough, Hazan. This was an attack on my city, and it falls...
No! You cannot do this!
Considering the disgrace is on your head, I say not even the Republics will bother to defend you. You are to be stripped of rank and sent to the gullet for your remaining years. May the bowels of Tangaloa scour the taint of guilt from your soul.
You cannot be serious.
An ugly business, I say, but it is done.
Done? I've still got dead to bury and a district to rebuild. This is just the beginning for me.
You are entitled to some recompense, Hazanui. The director's holdings rightfully belong to you.
That'll certainly get me started.
Then the matter is resolved. One hopes we can rely on your testimony in the future, should the need arise. After so much struggle, it was a moment's work to cripple a nation. Join me in the garden. I would speak of our future in detail.
What can I'd be glad to.
You played your part well, trickster. My sister was right all along. With the skies clear of vultures, we can look one.
The Valian serpent has lost its head. The Rawatayan shark its teeth. We have made it too costly for either of them to tarry in the Deadfire.
Akara, it takes a strong arm to rattle two coconuts loose from the same tree.
The trials ahead will make this seem the scattering of toy soldiers. But in the eyes of history, your work will be the death knell of their incursion. We are united in the search for Ukaizo. You will go with the full support of the crown, after Eothas and the homeland of the Huana. When my people know their past, their future will soon follow. If the Hazanui must report of resources gone to waste, it will have been worth it. If the Valians are discredited, if we could accomplish both at once, all that remains is for us. With every high tide, I ask Nagati if we are ready. Ukaizo looms on the horizon, bringing the past with the future. Together, we will show the Huana how to cross it. I have always known that Ukaizo was no myth, just as I knew that Nagati's chosen would lead the way. Take the helm of your ship, Captain. My fleet will follow and water shapers will clear the way through Andra's mortar. And the enemy's fleet, if it comes to that. May Amira's feather grant you favorable wind, and may Tangaloa open its jaws to our enemies.
There it is.
What can I do?
The savior of dragons. What say? That depends on a great many things. When we take back the island, we will...
Speak your mind. Akara, for what do I owe the pleasure? What's in for what but to shackle? Finding the Covenant could bring the my mortal when I was born. Akara, since Periki found fabrications, I say.
Certainly.
That's it. We have committed a good old Domestic tourism. My favorite. I should probably talk to the prince.
I suppose it can't be helped.
I hope you find our city pleasing, Watcher. Ikera, both my sister asked Onikaza if you...
Yes? I'd be glad to.
I just realized I never even got Palagina's companion quest. I think it might have been bugged. Yes, she's back.
What say, Hunter? Then the gods truly did not want Amoru to lead the Kahanga. You do good work, Hunter. Hunter. Always a pleasure, I say.
We still have this one, but I already said I'm not finishing the... All we have left to do is to go to Ukaizo.
Gemstone.
Rawatai is waiting for me. Of course it's Rawatai. Shame. I never even got Palagina's companion quest. It's just silly. Oh, okay. Right. Small chance I might still be able to do it, albeit unlikely. Yeah. Too late for that. Yes, she left. Okay, we might be able to do Palagina's companion quest. If we load... Shit. It wouldn't be too difficult to do that quest again. Okay, it's fine. I don't mind restarting this so we can do Pelaginia's companion quest. I'm not sure it'll matter, but...
At once.
Could I have a moment of your time?
Sure.
I know someone who works in this tower. An animancer named Giacomo. I'd like to see him if we could.
Sure.
Agrasima. It should not take long. I have not seen him in many years, and I wanted to thank him.
Is this a glimmer of sentiment from our Iron Paladin? What, I wonder, could this fellow have done to merit it?
When I was a girl, he visited me in the academy. He was studying godlike. Studying what was in our souls that made us different from other Keith. He found something in me. Something that resonated like a chime when he held an instrument near me. He said it was like this for all godlike. Different chimes resonating for different types. But you are not godlike. In any case, he told me it was what was causing my body to change. He refused at first, saying it was impossible.
No one should ever be driven to that. Least of all a little girl.
I don't expect you to understand, but I was 12. My body was changing in many ways. Being the only girl, the only godlike girl at the academy, was unbearable. Agrasima. Giacomo was not able to remove the chime, but he was able to sever it. When it happened, I blacked out. I did not wake for 2 weeks. The Brotherhood ejected him from the academy for ruining their pet godlike. They assumed I would die. I did not. Over time, I lost most of my feathers. The shape of my nose changed. It was not enough to make me fully Kalbandra, but it was enough to keep me from wanting to die. When I looked in a mirror, what I saw was not a godlike. Not something to be paraded around. It was me. Finally, me. Giacomo saved me. Without his help, I would be dead now. Thank you for understanding. If we can speak to him for a moment in the tower, I would be grateful.
Okay. Interesting. That's the... Okay, we need...
Is everything quite all right, Aloth? You have been troubled since we left the Spire.
It's Flaunay's project. Can you imagine what a danger that might be in the wrong hands?
Ah. But if we spend our time worrying about everything that could go wrong, we would never accomplish anything.
Or we might avoid greater harm.
I'd be glad to.
Could I have a moment of your time? I know someone who works at Agris. If he said it was like this for all godlike. Indeed. He told me he was ever... In any case, he told me it was what was causing my... No, I don't expect you to understand. Jack the Ovet. When I looked in a mirror, what I saw was not a godlike. Not something to... Yes, technically. This is important to me. If we can speak to... Okay? Is there something you only have to ask? Should she... But whatever her...
It is funny that she just shit-talks Shoddy while Shoddy's standing right next to her and no one cares. Not Shoddy, not her, no one.
Yes?
No one comments on any of it. Fucking brilliant.
I can't do it.
Come to watch us work? It's not as exciting when we're running. Sure thing, Amica. Come never directly. A couple of sheep for now, eh? No trouble if you think of anything else, Amica. Giacollo. Ak, I know him. He has a little laboratory for himself down in the gullet. His specialty is godlike. Claims he can detect them in the womb. Giacollo rents a room in Eothas, the Hole, which is that grimy tavern down below. Why he seeks to bury himself. Not many animancers down there, so he should be easy to find, if they haven't stolen all his equipment. Oretogori, what can I do for you?
Ah. Watcher, you only have to ask. If the Dukes need me here,
Yes, at once.
Okay. So we gotta go where she said we gotta go. The hole.
Need something? Lots of folks come through the hole, fresh face. Have a look around for yourself.
Happily.
I assume it's this one.
Oh no. This does not look good. Why would someone do this to Giaccolo's work? Even in a place this vile. Someone must have heard or seen something. We should... I hope so.
Never met a lock I couldn't crack. Except for that one time. I've done it. Happy to oblige. Mm-hmm. I hear you.
Oh no, a kitty.
Indeed.
No longer forsaken. Let's go downstairs. Are you sure you didn't see anything, miss?
Need something? Can't say I know a Giaccolo, fresh face, but if you're meaning that guy with all the Now, the hole's no high society tea house, but that's still some of the weirdest shit I ever seen go down here. See, the pirates, every one of them was godlike. No doubt they hauled him through the Narrows. Heard him hollering the whole way. What you need? Of course.
I should probably...
It's the smell of card food, of course. And you tell...
Nothing special. I should check on these sellers. I haven't in a while.
Looking to take the...
Nothing.
There is something I can get for you, yeah? Of course.
Happily.
You need a blade or a bludgeon? Perhaps...
Oh, thought I had a lot more money. Oh, because I haven't sold everything in this save yet. I forgot. I haven't done that. Nice and lovely.
Happy to oblige. I hear you.
And chippy leather. Okay. Captain sent to bring him, so bringing him. Now just said to give him a whack, so you give him a whack. Captain Tesla when we get to Dunwich. Okay.
What is it? What did you see? Madiko. Giacomo abducted by godlike pirates? But Watcher, I have asked much of you already. But if you can find time to go to Dunwich to find this, it did not sound as though he was in imminent danger. But I fear what they will do to him. Not in the Republics. I can't think of why godlike. Something strange is going on here. Perhaps it has something to do with his research. I am sure we will find.
Did you see
You
anything?
need a blade. Some sort of scuffle between a lone fellow and a pack of godlike pirates. The lone man didn't look like much of a fighter, but he proved old Imani wrong. The pirates were taking him toward the lift. They must have spoken with the guard there. Perhaps he could say.
Okay.
Go on. Lift takes you to the Undercroft.
I guess not. Okay, well, guess I'll just go to Dunwich, because they talked about Dunwich. That was a little older. To the gullet. Yeah, that's what I meant to click. There we go. So we need to go all the way to Dunwich. Is this perhaps about time for me to have done some pretty mean things in Dunwich? I'm sure they've forgiven me by now. They're pirates.
Keep moving. This here is for the crew of the Divine Barge. You ain't a part of it, so you ain't getting inside.
Okay.
Have you tried the wild mare in Nekataka? I'm sure they have a boy or two who would let you call him Giacomo for a couple hours.
Père Complanca, let us pass. I know you have Giacomo. I have known him since I was a girl in the Republics.
So? Why should—
He saved my life. He has saved the lives of many of our kind. Whatever you think he has done, you have the wrong idea about him.
Eh. Fine. After you.
Nixe, I am Tatzatl, captain of the Divine Barge. What has brought you to this place?
You have abducted the Animancer Giacomo, a valued citizen of the Valian Republics. He enjoys the protection of the Duke's bells and bannets, and through them, the Frère Mas Mescansuelias. As a representative of the Brotherhood, I am here to negotiate his safe release. If Giacomo is not returned to us in good health, everyone involved in his kidnapping will face the wrath of the Five Sons. This, I swear.
I see. We ourselves have been debating what to do with Giacomo for quite some time. We are lost in the woods. You will guide us out by traveling the branching paths of Altleha.
Okay.
A forest is defined by its boundaries. There are a finite number of ways through a forest, just as there are a finite number of ways this can end. I know the ways out of the forest, but you will choose the paths to take.
Very well.
A woman is with a child, and she learns that if the child is born, it will suffer greatly and have a short life. If she ends the child's life before it truly begins, is this good or bad?
Saw enough of that during the Legacy. Answer simple enough. When they ended it early, that was bad beyond measure. And when they didn't, same thing.
Hmm. Interesting.
You discover a powerful new technology, but you are afraid some people may misuse it for ill purposes. Would you destroy the technology, regulate access to it, or make it available to everyone equally?
Certainly it should not be destroyed. It would only be a matter of time.
Well, there's always the potential for ill, but we cannot govern people by removing their choices.
We must trust that reason and moderation will win out.
An enemy of yours is being persecuted. The grounds of the persecution are, by measure of your own compass, unfair. Would you allow the persecution to continue, or would you intervene to stop it? You learn that someone who does great good for many people is unintentionally going to do great harm to many people. The harm may not be great, or it may be so great that it dwarfs the good they have done.
So you don't actually know. You don't actually know.
You have an opportunity to prevent this by killing them. Do you do so?
No.
Very well. Your path has led to this conclusion. We will release Giacomo, but his research must be destroyed. And if he resumes this research...
On what grounds? You haven't even...
Giacomo has discovered a method by which one may detect a godlike fetus in a mother's womb. In the Deadfire archipelago, parents consider a godlike child to be a blessing. From Bereth and Helia to Andra and Galawain, all appearing mutilated at birth, many godlike of Scan are killed with the tacit approval of the tribe. Those who aren't killed lead miserable lives. I understand that argument, but accepting it would require me to accept a world in which we respond to superstition, loathing, and genocide with a shrug.
Oh, he misunderstands my intent. It's merciful to kill the child of Scan, just like it's merciful to kill all godlike in the womb, because you should have been killing all the godlike in the womb, mostly because they're batteries for the gods. It's not about the godlike. It's about screwing over the gods. This wouldn't be an issue if we didn't have gods, though, so we should just, hurry up and kill all the gods.
I do not. We do not. That is why we captured Giacomo and brought him here, to decide what should be done.
And after all this, you're going to let him go and destroy his research because of how the Watcher answered your stupid riddles?
Yeah, that was completely retarded of him.
Yes. There may be superior ways to debate this subject, but it is the best approach I could conceive.
Elaborate.
Our group was conflicted, so I posed to you a series of hypothetical questions, absent the specific context of our current problem.
The problem with trying to decide things through hypotheticals is that you have to make sure that the hypothetical models the real thing that you're arguing properly, as in that they are a fair comparison. Several of his hypotheticals were not fair comparisons.
While you may have deduced some hint of the context during the questioning, it was a less biased. After all, for us, this is a matter of life and death. Now, if you will excuse us, you may... Should you resume this study, we will... In all likelihood, yes. But who knows how long that will be? How much these societies may... Giacomo, If we allow you to leave here with your research, if that is not enough, let your conscience keep watch. You have dedicated your life to helping our kind. Say you
I understand.
Good. Mestre Giacomo and his research are free to go. Now, if you will excuse us, we must prepare for our next voyage.
I do not know what those pirates would have done to Giacomo if we hadn't arrived. And now we have saved not only the man, but his research as well. Agressima, Watcher.
Pallegina, is that you, my girl? I thought those pirates would have been the end of me.
Not if I could do something about it. I owe you too much to let something happen to you over some nonsense.
My girl, what that satyr said is not nonsense. He had good reason to be afraid. Research should not be restricted.
But who should decide how it should be restricted?
Both. A combination of 1 and 2.
Perhaps the dukes would be wise enough to regulate animances without driving them away from the republics.
Yes, as long as they're making those decisions based on the advice of animancers.
That is the danger. When our deer and the deer would begin restricting
But a light and wise hand to steady our course.
Well, it appears we are done here. We should see you back to Neketaka, Miss.
Before I go, I want you to have this, Aimoranet. An amulet of my own invention. It resonates with the godlike souls. Even severed, there is enough magic in your chime to activate its power.
Okay.
I appreciate all you have done, both of you.
He can't be Eothas, because he died.
Watcher, I would like to speak with you, if you have a moment. I appreciate your help with Giacomo.
Of course.
Without you, and it has made me think about the future. I know that my love of country may seem strange to you. At times, it even seems strange to me. The republics are the only love I have ever known. I would give all that I have to them, to our people, to our future. It is not without cause, and it is not because I have lived a sheltered life in the republics. I have seen much of the world, many beautiful cities, people, and cultures. I still believe in my heart that the Valian republics will lead us into the future. There is a spirit between us, all of my people, that transcends individual cities. It is what drives us to create, to learn, to push the boundaries of what we know about Eora, It is a spirit that lives in the heart of every Valian. And it is what gives me the strength to believe that Eora will see a better future. Because, Watcher, you welcome the time may come when your hand would choose the fate of the people of the Deadfire. When that time comes, I hope, I believe, you will see the future as I do. Until then, Gores. Destructive, uncaring. That is what the gods are. All of them.
No, I won't believe that. There's a reason for everything, even if we can't see it. Sometimes, maybe, you gotta be hard to be kind.
Still waiting for the kind part.
What can I do? What can I do? Yes? I'm here.
Yeah?
Yeah? Anything.
I am ready. Yes, you only have to ask. Shoot, but whatever her problems are. Well, if the Dukes need me here, I am even better, his plan, mad as it is, must be sending the rest of his kind into a fit.
Anything.
I know that look.
I'm still trying to make sense. Meanwhile, the god... Encountering the Wahaki has forced me...
Yes?
Okay. That's all I wanted to do. Just wanted to make sure we had her quest done before we have to say goodbye to her, because, yeah. That's gonna happen. I have actually a point in Stoic. That's so weird. I haven't actually tried to be Stoic. Whatever, I guess. Well... now we have to go do what we started doing at the beginning of this fucking thing. Of this stream, I mean. Come on. Fast. Apologies, I'm just checking something.
At once.
Well, my rent.
Looking for a pistol or an arquebus? We're out.
Lovely email to get. Let's go blow up a fucking thing again. By being exceedingly sneaky.
Humans traveled together all that time, but never...
No, that's, not how things played out. Just never saw it that way.
Ngati weeps for such wasted potential.
No.
People,
I really do not feel that way about Adair. He's adorable, but like, not like that, bro. What the fuck to kill him?
Well, that's dealt with. Dim in the lantern.
I'm here. Certainly. Yes?
What now? Happy to oblige.
At your service.
Okay, we're gonna do the same thing we did last time, which is the explosives thing. I just need to remember where they are. There they are.
You have my attention. It will be so. Speak your mind.
Huh?
At your service. The pleasure is mine.
Okay, we did it. First try, motherfuckers. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Okay, we're gonna do this
I'm here.
the way I did last time, which is I put everyone there, and then I only walk with Mina. Come
Yes,
on, Mina.
I'd be glad to.
Go, Mina, go, Mina, go, Mina, go, Mina. Vroom, 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 vroom. Come on. Fast as fuck, boy!
I wonder how Chico and the kids are.
Yes,
I should
it's
write.
very tragic. It's very, very tragic. It's all very tragic. You're all gonna die, and you probably didn't deserve it. I'm so sorry. And this is mostly because the game doesn't let me find, like, a reliable way to evacuate the fucking place. Because if I could, I would. Just
Everything
not
in
allowed.
order? Yes, absolutely. Everything in order?
Okay. Last time I was able to just walk down and easily do this. Yes, there we go. Thanks, Sneaky Thoughts.
Certainly.
Not quite what I should have done, my bad.
Ak, payment. Ak, it is so, Hein. With you, Watcher, please. Did you witness the explosion at the Brass Citadel? A kid. Then this word. Tell us what you saw, Watcher.
What?
I knew that this.
No.
Can you?
You cannot be serious.
An ugly business, I say. Then the matter is resolved. When hope... After so much struggle, it was a moment's work to cripple a nation. Join me in...
You played your my sit with the skies.
That's it. We're done here.
The Valiants, when my people know their past, if we, I just take and may a mirror, the savior of dragons, that when we take back the island.
There we go. Now I will lose Palagina as well. I've already lost Maya. That's okay. That means they will be safely in their respective countries when shit hits the fan. It'll be okay. Let's go deliver the key, and then we will be where we were about an hour ago on stream, before I decided to do things from scratch.
What say? Then you do good work.
There we go. We've caught up. Only one last thing left to do. Still not doing that. It's gonna be Ralatai. Ironically, I still have a pretty good standing with the Valiant Trading Company. It's gonna be Ralatai. Let us face the great nation of Rauatai's navy. Here we go. One second, I need to go read something real quick. Let's go. Final quest. Well, Main quest. I understand. Here we fucking go. Yep, that's all I have left. Sup, bitches? Can I sneak past them? No. Should you choose to sail on, you suspect there will be no return. Not to the Deadfire you've come to know. Continue forward. Set a course through the channel and into uncharted turbulent seas. Andra's mortar rages on the horizon, a vast wall of roiling clouds and rain, punctuated by the silver flickers of lightning. The wind pushes against you, as if to ward whatever lies beyond from the Defiant's approach. The Defiant leads the fleet, crashing through the turbulent waters like an axe through armor. Gods alive, Luca mutters, staring up at the storm. Corretto blinks at the blackening sky. Knew an old salt once who claimed the Mortar were the edge of the world. I call him a fool. Now, though? Now I ain't so certain. Head bowed slightly. Eld Engram smiles. Today is as good a day as any to learn what the gods have in store for us. Shit, Captain, one of the hens cries. Hostile vessels inbound to forward port. With a shake of the head, Luca emits a grin chuckle. Suppose there'd be too much to ask to be let alone out here. Yes. The crossed cannons of the Royal Deadfire Company flutter and crack atop the masts of approaching warships, each vessel bristling with heavy guns. The approaching fleet numbers at least as many ships as your own, and maybe more. It's setting their guns apart against the enemy. Waving her hat overhead, Kathina Stormheart whoops eagerly. Finally, some goddamned excitement! The hands look at you from the stations. Yes, excitement, yeah. We're going up against the full fucking force of the goddamn Royal Toy Navy! So fucked! Inspect the fleet. Okay. We are ready to fuck them up. Study the enemy. Wait, the Rathun are on our side? Holy shit! I didn't know this was a thing! I don't remember recruiting them, but I'm not complaining. Study the enemy. Okay. Yep, that looks pretty bad. Look at your companions. Adair puffs on his pipe as he observes the enemy fleet from end to end. After taking a full accounting of the array of ships, he ashes his pipe, puts it away, and looks to you with a cheerful shrug. Aloth is paging through his grimoire, a look of calm concentration on his face. He meets your eye and smiles faintly. Shadi raises her lantern before her like a shield of light. It flares once, brightly in response, and she nods to you ready. Despite her bravado, you notice a slight trembling in her hand. The cage of her lantern rattles as Shadi waits for the battle to begin. She glances nervously to Adair, who turns her a reassuring half-smile. Takehu is clutching a lock of his hair and rubbing it between his fingers, unconsciously falling back on an old habit of self-comfort. A thin bead of ink trickles like sweat down the side of his neck as he stares out the fleet at the fleet. The horror in his gaze seems far beyond his years. When he notices you looking, he winks and beams a confident smile, but you've already glimpsed his true feelings. Ooh, boy. Does it matter if I join them? Because I don't think I should join them. That's fucking stupid, but... Do I have to? Do I have to? Let's join them. Fuck it. The deck vibrates as cannon fire erupts from enemy and ally alike, filling the air with hot, hissing metal and banks of thick grey smoke. Luca grasps your arm. They're coming at us full sail with the winds at their backs. A small, fast ship has broken ranks with the Roatine fleet and bears down upon you. All hands prepare for combat, maybe? Let's see what the Wahaki do. Rathun could definitely deal with some ogres. They're like twice the size of a fucking ogre. Rising winds do nothing to clear the obscuring haze. Falling on fire, enemy and ally alike to sprint to the morass, which glows from within, eliminating my burning effects. Oh, bitch, please. They wanna come for me like a melee fight? Are you fucking stupid? If this was gonna be a sea fight, they had a chance.
Cautiously.
You motherfuckers are about to get fucking wrecked. Oh, and I get to go first? They have not yet heard of the ancient technique of going into sneak and then throwing your strongest fucking spell at them. They have not heard. A very ancient technique. Oh, the Juana sailors are in there in the middle. Ah, shit. Okay, I have to be careful not to accidentally kill them then. Fair enough, fair enough. I'll have to be careful. Let's see what I can do. So I don't accidentally kill my allies.
Foes ahead.
They were all just agreeing not to kill each other until I got involved.
shall deal with it.
I love it.
Take that.
Yes?
Worse than rough.
Can you do something? I don't know what his things do. Oh, there you go. That should work.
This thing isn't doing the job.
You have my attention.
Not exactly
Your
my
bones
area
will
of
feed the
expertise.
land.
I was trying to keep as many of the friendly ones alive, but
Stand together.
might as well just kill these fuckers. It's faster. Aleph, can you go and kill that bitch over there? Thank you. Oh, well, that makes it easier. Okay.
Not exactly my area of expertise.
And pop. Thank you, Aleph.
No mercy!
Exactly.
Second try, I say.
Lavaru beyond seek.
I'm sorry, I can't.
I'm here.
Here we go. We managed to get most of the Wano sailors alive, I think. Three cheers for the captain. Let's fucking go. Oh boy. Oh lovely, there's a creature underneath the water. Great! The metallic monstrosity unleashes a beam of amethyst light that shears a second ship in two. Oh, wonderful. We've had the god's own luck getting this far. The Defiant don't stand a chance against whatever that is. Our only hope is the storm. Sweeps slow, wings outstretched just above the white-tipped waves before spraying its briny breath over the metallic monster. Bro! My man! The monstrosity turns on the sea dragon, and they slam into one another, tearing at each other with tooth and fang. Essence pours off the pair as they pound one another with their abilities at point blank. Sweet merciful Andra, I was not expecting that. I'm so glad I fucking let him go. This is why it's worth it to be very nice, okay? And make friends with dragons and shit. Because then come back and then they help you kill the giant other dragon that's killing you. Mess that bastard up good, shouts Kathina. The hand turns back pointing. Did you see that? We've got a goddamn dragon. I did see that, Kathina. We do in fact have a goddamn dragon on our side. Oh man, this reminds me at the end of Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader, when you're like, at the very last mission, you're about to go past go through the portal, and the entire fleet of the Inquisitor stands between you and the portal, and you're like, fuck, this is a suicide mission and a half, and I don't even think I'm gonna be able to get past this fucker. And then in the horizon, you see your allies showing up at the last minute with their ships, and I was like, yeah! That moment when your allies show up at the last second, when all is bleak, you know, it'll never not be fucking amazing. Full-on anime moment, yes, it's wonderful, it's awesome. Go now while I hold the attention of these things. The dragon's voice echoes among your thoughts. Our debts are cleared, Watcher. Luca turns from the carnage. Captain, we might not get another chance. All hands look to you. We've come this far, there's no turning back now. I don't want to say this because it's not true. Eothas threatens everything and everything, and you know whatever you love, whatever you hold sacred, we're here to save it. No, we're not. I've already said that I have no intention of stopping Eothas. I have actually said this multiple times. I don't know why the game keeps thinking I do. We've come this far, there's no turning back now. Sure. Sometimes the only way back is forward. The mate calls across the deck. All hands to stations, time to show the gods what the Defiant is made of. Andra's mortar looms before and above you, dominating the whole of the world. Rain begins to fall. Okay, we have some water shapers on the ship. The very storm yields to their will. Fuck yeah. Wave after wave rises and swells into an assumed shape, first a wall and then an arch, forming a perfect curve that protects deeper into the storm. One of the water shapers sends up a call, the others make a finishing gesture in a single fluid motion, clapping their hands and extending their palms, solidifying their work. The tunnel remains intact. Your allies send up a congratulatory cheer as your ship crosses under the canopy of the sea. They fall silent as a distant shape stands out on the horizon, and you pause to appreciate it in turn, a sight that no mortal has glimpsed in thousands of years. Lost Ukaizo. Ornate spires reach up from the island, hinting at the city within. Not all of Ukaizo has weathered the millennia with equal grace. Other structures just jut and lean out of the surrounding shallows, making the waters around the island impassable by ship. You resolve to take a skiff the rest of the way. Here we go.
Hey, watch out.
Shite. Ingwithian sentinels. Oh, here we fucking go.
Need something stronger.
Took half of their fucking health. Jesus Christ on a bike.
I'm fixing to be sick. That dog won't hunt.
Stand together.
So?
Lost the spell. Yes?
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Take that. Curses. Right.
That dog won't hunt.
As you wish.
Nice.
Anything.
I'm guessing that was the dragon that got destroyed. It's just been turned into a pile of debris. Oh, no, there's another pile of debris, so maybe not. Please don't blink at me. Fucking weird. I'm sorry. Excuse me, sir, are you supposed to attack me at some point? Sir? Sir, excuse me. You think I can't see you, sir? You and your friend down there? Bro's just vibing. Yeah, no, he's just chilling. He's vibing over there. You know what? I'll do him a favor and I'll pretend like I didn't see him. How about that? Hanging out. Yep, pretty much. Exactly.
Yes? No trouble at all.
Oh, why is everyone out of... Oh, because you two are out of order.
I hope you got a way of turning off that storm. Looks unfriendly. Mean-spirited, even.
Truly, there. You are something else. A furious storm obscures the sprawling city below, but you can make out the shape of distant spires reaching up from the flooded ruins. Spirit winds tug on your soul with insistence, like a stern hand trying to pull a cloak from your back. You recall the last time you encountered a Biwok. It feels a lifetime ago. So, here we are, guys. You look to those who accompanied you this far, who risked everything to face the confrontation ahead. How are you feeling there? Adair's gaze wanders among glinting archways and half-collapsed spires, his mouth agape.
Gilded Vale got its name from the way the wheat fields used to look in the sun. But this place really is gilded. Might as well be a different world.
Miss the simple life?
Well, hard to miss what you can barely remember. All I know is my life took a turn when this world came stomping into mine. These great people got a funny way of passing on. They disappear from the world, but leave their problems behind for the rest of us to deal with. I guess maybe that's one good thing that's come out of this. Well, at least for me. I got something to do with my life that doesn't involve hauling or shoveling.
Hey, there you go.
I even got a friend or two out of it.
I want to hug him.
The whole world's about to face the biggest test it ever saw. What Eothas is doing, it's gonna change everything. We may not survive. Kith, I mean.
I have more faith in Kith than that.
You know, I broke a wheel once too. First thing I thought of when we learned what Eothas was doing. My mom had this spinning wheel, and she loved it. Well, I was playing with it in the way a young child might when his parents are out, and that wheel came right off.
Fair.
It wouldn't go back into place, so I pushed it harder, and pretty soon I'd broken off a spoke. Broke off 3 more trying to fix that. Anyway, I got whipped pretty good for it. That wheel was never the same, even after my dad fixed it. I used to think of the gods as being like parents to all of us. And now I know better. They're children, playing while their folks are gone.
You're not wrong. Something on your mind, Shodi?
We gonna do this or what?
Shodi licks her chapped lips. Chaped lips, dark gaze narrowing as she takes in the sight of the ancient city's ruins. Raised high, her lantern casts hard shadows over the plains of her face.
We've made it this far, yet we're still alive. Might as well square off with my god before our luck runs dry.
Was it worth it all? Was it worth it all to chase down your god?
Reckon it was. Sure, I did some things I now regret. God knows I got plenty of blood on my hands. Tell me, Watcher, can there be a god of light and birth if souls themselves can no longer be reborn? Sure do. If Gon wants you dead, I figure he can do it himself.
It's not the way someone who did the super bosses can be in 2 hours. Shut up, I'm not doing the fucking super bosses!
Besides, the part of him that's been stomping through the Deadfire didn't much help me at Malgren's teeth. I thought it'd be different how it turned out, but I couldn't dream of any other way. Now then, shall we go face my god for one last time? Find out what it is we can or can't do in these end times. Whether we're meant to wither or thrive.
Let's go.
Consider me your second shadow.
Here we are, Takehu. How does it feel, my boy?
I am thinking that Eothas has come this far, and he will not wait on you before he finishes what he started. If he shatters what is sat in the heart of Ukaizo, this action will ripple beyond the Deadfire. Beyond life as we know it. I will make sure that what we find here goes toward the Huana cause. The Crown's faith in Ngati's chosen will be justified. The land of my mothers, as real as anything that rises up from the bed of the sea. Also, smaller than I expected. This should be as interesting as the last time I confronted a god-possessed Adra Colossus.
See, you get around, but I know you haven't done this before.
Captain, I am my mother's son. I have seen things you would not believe. What say? Shall we find him, Captain?
Here we go. You're looking thoughtful, Aleph. Aleph looks out at the sprawling ancient city.
5 years ago, you controlled the destiny of thousands of souls in Sun and Shadow.
He pauses, considering the vista.
But the choice you make today shall define the fate of every living thing in Eora.
He turns to you. Curiosity shines in his eyes, but then there's something else there. Pity. What do you think I should do?
And to think of all the times I've asked you the same question. You taught me something truly wonderful. That the world will find its own rhythms no matter what I do. That it isn't up to me to discern the right answer to an impossible question. I'd offer you the same peace of mind now. Whatever happens, know that I wouldn't trade our journey together for anything. I trust you'll make the right decision. And I'll be here when you return.
Let's go.
Oh?
That was some great goodbyes. Yeah.
As you wish.
They were. Off we go. Before you all get one shot by a giant statue. I'm
here. You need only ask.
Jesus Christ, on a fucking bike? What sort of Ingwithian bullshit is this? I'm sure it's some kind of horror beyond my fucking comprehension.
How may I help?
I'm sure it's some kind of horror which is unfortunately completely within my comprehension. But I wish it weren't.
Anything.
Though the device atop the tower spins in wild, blurring revolutions, the air around it is still and calm. You stand in the eye of the storm, which is cordoned? Fuck me. Off Andra's mortar from the rest of Eora for thousands of years. You see an antiquated control panel. Its levers engaged, it's in positions of activation. Standing uncharacteristically still, Takehu turns his head to take in his surroundings all at once. A deep furrow cleaves his brow. Anything to say?
I have stood here before.
How?
As a boy, I dreamed of a tower made of water. I stood at the pinnacle and made obeisance to Mother Ngati. This tower, this view.
What does it mean?
Ngati's covenant, the first form of water shaping. It is here, waiting for me. I can feel it all around this place. The ones who built these machines used our connection to Ngati against us. These storms are a perversion of my art, an expression of beauty as a weapon.
How is that possible?
The tribes always said that Ngati's chosen would show them the way to the past. I do not think they meant it so literally as this. Now that I am here, it is like the city herself wishes to speak.
Dumu the eldest, Tapua the wise, and Tokima the recaller. Step forward and be recognized. You are the stewards of my covenant. For so long as your people guard the Isles, the Audra, and themselves, then a measure of my power is theirs to command.
That's Andra. You're right.
So beautiful. But look what they have done with you.
You alright?
I remember. I am the tremor that inspires the tidal wave. The pebble that calls the avalanche. Mother! Your son has found his birthright where you left it! My people never doubted that Ngati's chosen would find our ancient gift. Kara, I did not share their confidence until now. I am ready, Watcher. Let us finish what we started.
Deactivate the machine. Okay. I watched someone turning this scene in a horror show. Wait, what? You mean into a horror show? How? What do you mean?
The machine controlling the storm winds down. The clattering of its machinery settles into a low whir and then, at last, hiccups to a halt. Beyond the tower, the black, roiling clouds of Andra's mortar roll away from the ancient city of Ukaizo, with only a tired sigh of wind to see them off. And on that last breath of wind, comes to you a familiar sound. The ring of a bell.
This is not the time, Barath.
The bell's ringing is soft. Not the clangor and torrent you've grown used to. It calls to your soul, and your soul yearns to follow it. Your soul flees from your body and into the beyond, chasing that sound. It leads you at last to Bareth's realm, to that cold platform and room of endless doors.
I remember, and then suddenly turned towards, and in his eyes you recognize someone you believe forever gone, Theos. Holy shit!
Watcher, your journey nears its conclusion.
The pallid knight stands before you, her gaunt face impassive.
Let's make this quick. I've got an engagement with the living statue and I don't want to be late. What will come after this?
That will depend on the will of Kith, whose desires are ever in flux. Soon you will confront Eothas for what will likely be the final time. And you will do so as the Herald of Barath, the only creature on the face of Eora to whom he will listen.
The pallid knight inclines her head to you, black hair hanging lank in her face. She steps back and sees...
If Eothas truly intends to go through with his mad plan to destroy the wheel, a generation's worth of souls will be trapped in the in-between. So many would suffer. How can Eothas be so cruel? He cannot just abandon them. Eothas must help the Kith find a quick solution.
Abaddon strides forward.
Eothas thrust this crisis on the Kith. They did not bring it upon themselves. Their only mistake was in trusting us to watch over them. Who will help them rebuild their world now?
Eothas will reveal every secret of the gods.
Yes.
Will Kith be able to change the established order if they have no wonder to inspire them?
Shut the fuck up.
Eothas must help them resolve this quickly, lest every one of Eora's few remaining mysteries be laid plain.
Get fucked.
With the wheel destroyed, Kith will tear themselves apart. It is the gods' duty to prevent that happening, lest they doom us all. And as Kith must be ruled, so too must the gods. I say that if Eothas is so eager to throw down the mantle of power and step aside, I shall take my rightful place as Queen of the Gods again.
How does one thing follow the other? Fuck off.
Kith are strongest when they follow our lead. And we are strongest when we lead in turn. United in purpose with the gods, Kith can accomplish things that without us, they could never have even begun. They must be shown their boundaries to surpass them.
Kith will not solve Eothas' puzzle on their own. And without an established order to fight against, the bonds that bind them dissolve, and they fight amongst themselves.
We'll figure it out.
That confidence is what will save Kith, Watcher. Do not lose it when you stand before Eothas.
Boudica's firm hand is but the motherly smothering of Helia by another name. Mortals should have no special advantages. Only once Kith have our intervention in your struggle would be a cruelty and counter to our purpose.
He lets his words hang in the air for a moment.
For once, I agree with Gallowayne. I can't believe this. Holy shit. Gallowayne and me are on the same side.
Indeed.
And
Kith
Magrin.
must discover for themselves what it is they are worth. And of
I
what
can't
it is
believe
they
I'm
are
on the
capable.
same side as these two
what
fuckers.
We do for them, they do not learn for themselves. Trial breeds ingenuity. If our work of generations was not in vain, Kith will succeed in spite of Eothas' actions.
I cannot believe I'm siding with these two retards. Holy shit.
I have faith in Kith's ability to meet Eothas' challenge. Do not mistake my words for indifference, Watcher. They are born from a fierce belief in your potential, not a refutation of it.
And yet you come to Ukaizo with only the Huana at your back. All that Kith stand to lose. And even then, your leaders could not join hands, squabbling instead over prestige and resources. You believe that will change when my final death comes calling? Margaret is blinded by her affection for mortals. She does not see that entropy is the destiny of all things.
Yeah.
Have had their chance.
Shut up.
As Rimmergon's words fade, the Pallid Knight returns. She no longer towers over you, a giant even among the gods, but meets you at your height. She lets the arms crossed over her chest fall to her sides. She speaks to you openly, plainly, an expression almost like tenderness, turning up the corners of her lips.
Holy shit, am I about to have a heart-to-heart with Barath? Damn.
Well, Watcher, you know where we stand. What do you believe?
We are better off without you. Objectively. Fuck this, I'm saying that. Fuck it.
The gods were once Kith. Thousands of Kith from long ago, but Kith still. If we are diseased at our core, as you imply, then so too are you.
I don't disagree.
Now the time has come for I laid upon you a difficult duty, and you have discharged it well. You are no stranger to hard choices. You killed Theos, and when his soul was laid bare before you, you chose to banish it to Braith Aemon. You gave him the justice you believed he deserved. Remember the strength it took to make that choice, and know that you alone may sway Eothas now. When you stand before him, choose your words carefully.
The gods depart one by one in brooding silence.
And of course the Karen
a solitary
bitch stays
figure
behind.
Remains perfectly still until the last of her colleagues is out of earshot.
Barath is a fool if she thinks I'll let her enjoy the last word. You were trusted with a heavy responsibility, Watcher. Speaking for mortals, and representing their interests in the future to come. You weren't wrong to trust the Huana. They built their society to last. But that has... How many of her people did Queen Onakaze imperil while she placated her enemies? How close... Then there's the deplorable incident at the... And yet, they have earned your confidence in a gamble that could decide the fate of all mortals. Why is that? Uh-huh. Consider my curiosity appeased. For now, you play a dangerous game by investing your hope in others. Deception and failure are woven into the fabric of mortals. I can safely promise that they will disappoint you before long. I look forward to watching the bright cheer fade from your eyes under cold, unforgiving reality.
She's so... cheerful.
Whether you heeded my wisdom or not, everything you've done to get this far has informed our view of mortal kind. I hope you're satisfied with your performance. We've learned much from each other. Nothing could convince me that mortals are equipped to steward their future. Your efforts to prove me wrong were... The Huana may reign over this archipelago for now. The difficult road lies ahead of me. Your alliances have made proving my argument an uphill battle. Eothas will no doubt have a sunnier outlook on mortals and their chances of success. He already has everything he wants. So go and listen. The rest of us will be sharpening our blades.
Oh, look at him. Beating the crap out of something. Probably the wheel.
You keep falling asleep on me, I'm gonna have to start walking behind you with a pillow. Oh, by the way, the storm's gone. Also, I think Eothas has ended the world.
Great.
It seems we're all still here.
Do not touch the machine again, I say. The delicate fish can only take so much.
Gods and darnation. My head.
Oh, the RDC's here again. Lovely. You know what? For once, I am going to do the stoic one.
Yes? You need only ask.
Oh boy.
What everyone else fails to grasp is that Rauatai isn't a storm-tossed spit of land. It's the Kith who stand together there. Ukaizo belongs to us. We've earned it, and no one shall take it from us now.
Why are we arguing about this when Eothas is destroying the cycle of rebirth?
I can't stop him. Neither can you. But I can give my country a chance at weathering what comes next. Rauataians! Defend Ukaizo!
Are you choking? Like, this is nothing. I'm going to wipe you out in, like, a sneeze.
That order's too tall.
I'll wipe them out with a sneeze.
These distractions!
Hey.
Confound it! It usually works.
Oh, someone CC'd me and interrupted. It's fairly difficult to do stuff when you literally cannot see the fucking characters.
Come on!
Okay. Everyone just move. Please, move out of there. This is
Not
annoying.
exactly my area of expertise.
I'm having some trouble moving through this.
I shall deal with this.
Okay, that makes it a little easier. Thank you.
Forth to battle.
Could use some.
This is futile.
Me and you are about to
Is he silenced? Can I use hostile abilities? What?
That's it.
It makes no difference.
Oh, they're using tentacles. Oh, that's cute.
Come on!
Okay, maybe I'll actually have to take this a little seriously. Only a little though.
Son of a cur! Stand together!
See? I told you I could make them die with a sneeze.
Need something stronger.
I shall deal with this one.
There we go.
God darn it!
Well, this has been fucking stupid and a waste of time. Eothas, my dude, I know I can't physically stop you,
into the ancient
but...
winding streets of Ukaizo. Battered by storms for thousands of years, the ruins bear the marks of their role as the lone witnesses of the god's great secret at the center of the city. The houses and boulevards are pierced by great spears of luminous Audra. There are no ashen bodies, no birds, no sign or sound of any life. But with every step, the rhythmic pounding in the distance draws nearer. Soon, you can feel the vibration traveling up your spine. As you approach the center of the city, the weathered architecture gives way to more luminous Audra, piercing the ruins, eventually overtaking them entirely. Cresting the top of a fallen tower, you finally get a clear view of Eothas. He stands, legs astride, next to a great stone monument ringed with 11 cavernous alcoves. All but 3 hold a gargantuan skeleton, bones scrubbed clean by the city's storms. An immense Anguithan machine floats above the monument, suspended by invisible energy emanating from a well of light beneath it. Great brass rings spin around a core of metal and Audra at the machine's center. Periodically, Eothas's massive arms swing back. The movement alone is enough to draw great gusts of wind toward him. When they come down on the machine, the impacts are accompanied by eruptions of electricity, fire, and smoke. The hundreds of luminous Audra pillars across Ukaizo sympathetically dim in a rippling wave that spreads out from the machine.
This isn't looking good.
The only safe route to the god is a steep ascent along a monstrous pillar of luminous Audra. Intertwined with fragments of Ukaizo's ruins that it is carried through the centuries. The pillar bends in a long arc, towering above the machine. The pillar levels out near Eothas's head, a silent observer to the destruction of the machine it has grown beside over thousands of years. You weave your way along a treacherous rain-slicked path up the pillar's skyward side. As you arrive at the top, you catch Eothas's attention. Fist pulled back, he pauses to observe you. With the same gentleness he showed at Ashen Maw, he lowers his arm and turns toward you.
Hey. Hey, buddy. I'm here again. No, you don't have to
see Ukaizo in this way.
You don't have to wait for the 18th for Avowed, you only have to wait for the 13th, because I have the premium edition, which means I get to play 5 days early, which means I will be playing Avowed in 3 days. Anyway, Eothas said, "It is strange to see Ukaizo in this way."
It may be hard to picture, but this city was once full of life. The Huana, yes, but also kith from many other cultures. Great hanging trees shadowed these boulevards. Gardens sprawled across the open rooftops. Each spring, a festival procession would wind its way from the hillside into this valley. The celebrants would pass through a steep walk among the stalls of foreign merchants, flowers falling upon them from all sides.
That all sounds quite lovely, so why did you genocide everyone in it?
All people of all nations, together in a celebration of new life. Such was the power and beauty of lost Ukaizo.
Mm-hmm. The soul of Waidowan separates out from the masses trailing in your wake. He looks up at Eothas and clears his throat. Right, I brought him with me.
Been a while, old friend.
Oh.
Widewin, I did not think to see you here. But few things go as expected when the Watcher is involved.
Yeah, I'm sort of, whatchamacallit, agent of chaos. Not in a WoW kind of way.
We were a good team.
Once. But this isn't what we fought for. Ain't you just burning the harvest because you planted the wrong seeds? An astute observation, old friend. Consider instead that I am giving the soil back to those who till it. Spring must always follow winter. As long as there are people committed to finding the other side of change, the agony will not last. But thank you for challenging me as you did in fairer times. I haven't forgotten the lesson we strove to impart. You're welcome, I suppose.
Can all of that beauty and life return to this place, Mighty One? Has the future of my people awaited them here?
Lost Ukaizo remains only in name, Tekehu. It is a name as barren as this city. If future generations wish to create life in this place, they must look forward as much as they look back.
If we don't fix this mess you're about to cause, the whole world is gonna look this bad. I mean, it's a mighty heavy load you're putting on our shoulders. I just hope we can carry it.
As long as there are people like you in this world, Adair, I truly do. This power has always been in the grasp of mortals. Now you will finally be aware of it. Now you will be able to decide what to do with it.
Gon, please, I'm begging you. What do I do following this? How am I to best serve those still living? To improve our future chances of survival?
The Deadfire and the Eastern Reach are full of animancers. Women and men with brilliant minds who can solve this great problem. They will also need people with brilliant souls, like you, Shodi. People who can tend to the spiritual needs of the world in a time of fear and desperation. Remember, the flame you bear is not only light, but warmth. Provide comfort to all who need it.
Alaf shakes his head, looking up at Eothas. Oh no, here we go.
What right do you have to do this? Destroy the wheel and leave us with nothing? Without even knowing what will come next?
Aloth, we are all, gods and mortals, responsible for our own actions. But inaction carries its own moral responsibility. It is a burden I have carried for far too long. One must always do as their conscience dictates, even if that means abdicating a position of power. But what of you, Watcher? Why have you followed me? Have you come to bear witness to the breaking of the wheel?
Oh boy. I've come to fight you. It's not gonna end well. No, that's not a good thing. 1 second. Hilarious, but no. I'm thinking either the first one or the third one. We'll try the first one.
It is pity for mortals that drives me, Watcher. I have felt it in every step I have taken to cross the Deadfire and reach this place. What more would you have me do? It is true. While the eventual restoration of the wheel will bring them relief, they will thank you for making me think of the lost souls, Watcher. I will provide a haven for them after my work here is finished.
Okay.
Indulge me in a moment's curiosity. There is something I wish to know about Eora, about Kith, that I can only learn through your eyes.
Go on.
You followed me all this way, dodging an armada, navigating an impenetrable wall of storm, voyaging across uncharted with the machinations of gods, echoing all the while trusting in the institutions of Kith to get you this far, and earning their trust in turn. I believe that mortals possess the strength to collaborate and shape a future of their own design. Not all by relying on others and coming together in a time of crisis. You illustrate my point. The gods will witness you and question their assumptions about how... What inspired your decision, Watcher? Did the choice echo your foundational beliefs? Or were you influenced by observation? I thank you for your perspective. Yours is not all I ever wanted for mortals was growth, transformation. Some have forgotten themselves, giving into fatalism, or it brings me great sorrow that crisis is the only way to set the future in motion. Would that I could pass the responsibility of heralding your darkest hour to another. Never forget that trust and coordination between mortals brought you to this place. Your future is built on a foundation of hope, and you have laid the first stone. Ask. You are entitled to any answer that is mine to give.
What happens after the wheel breaks?
The great work of the Ingwithans falls to ruin. Reincarnation as we know it will end. Souls which currently await new life in the beyond will be born into the world as normal. But their numbers, anything that dies will tarry in the void of the in-between, awaiting the... Once the beyond has emptied, every birth will be hollow-born. Unless mortals work together to carve a new path, the essence of life will be trapped in the netherworld.
How long do we have?
Gods will... A generation or more. That much essence is already poised to flow into Eora. But unlike an hourglass, no amount of turning will compel the sand to reverse its course. Should you choose, you could lay down your burden and trust in your children's children to set matters right. That depends entirely on you. By your reckoning, there are still good years to come. By ours, time is short. When we tamed the cycle of reincarnation, we broke what had once functioned naturally and without intervention. The flow of essence will not normalize on its own. Essence will simply pool in the void of the in-between, never passing through Adra networks to the beyond. The dead will be left to wander in darkness, confusion, and sorrow.
Why now?
For several reasons. My strength was diminished after the Godhammer bomb, and assuming this form took incredible effort. With so many vying for control of the Deadfire, I also saw a ripe opportunity for mortals to cast aside their differences and stand together as one. They have never been more powerful, more capable. Because of this, the gods must justify their importance or be proven obsolete.
I haven't forgiven you for Kednua.
I apologize, Watcher. There is nothing I can do to restore the glory of your hard-won and poorly situated estate.
It's not about that. It's about the 300-ish fucking people you murdered when you fucking moved my castle.
What happened to Kednua was not personal in nature. Given your perseverance, I know that a second home cannot be distant in your future. You have all... Woodica is entitled to her opinion. If the intent, the other gods must decide for themselves if mortals are ready to dictate their future. Should Woodica's tyranny prove the only alternative, mortals must prepare for a terrible conflict. Your perspective bridges eternity, Watcher. Many will look to you to mediate differences that could shake the very foundations of Eora. I must attend to my final work now. You have carried a heavy burden across the Deadfire, Watcher. Before I go, I would rid you of it.
Oh, he removed the chime. Thank you.
You are free now. As free as any of us can be. Many will come to you for help in the years ahead. I have great hope for you. But always remember that your future is for you to decide. Use your freedom well.
Eothas squares himself to the machine. As you move to a safe distance, he draws his fists back and resumes his assault. The blows rain down with increased fervor, but the machine perseveres in spite of his efforts. He returns to his task, each strike bringing with it the sound of cracking stone and twisting.
Thank you. As the ancient machine finally begins to succumb to his strength, so too does Eothas' body. Built to withstand the passage of thousands of years, the great outer statue had finally been pushed beyond its limits.
2 cracks appear along the hands, then race up the arms. Eothas does not slow his assault, but continues unabated. Its brass rings twisted. The machine spins erratically but withstands the relent. You see Eothas' arm shatter upward from his hand through his elbow. A flash of light and heat bursts from the core, accompanied by a cacophony of destruction. The moment passes.
There you go. It's been destroyed. Yay.
As Eothas' voice fades, the enormity of what you've accomplished sinks in. You have confronted a god. You have rediscovered the ancient city where the wheel was forged, and you have seen the wheel shattered. What comes next is uncertain. Maras Nua's body finally goes still amidst the rubble of the Angwithan machines, yet it continues to glow. Priests and mystics have strange dreams of an island of eternal dawn at the eye of a storm, a port where the tide never flows out, a roadside tavern whose door leads only inward. As a watcher, you see what these dreamers cannot. The souls of the departed drifting toward the Audra Colossus and the twilight afterlife within. Whether it is a temporary haven or the greatest hope seems to lie in the work of the ancient Angwithans and the Huana's efforts to unearth and understand it. And while Maras Nua stands frozen over Ukaizo, the gods look on the labors of Kith, but they do not intervene.
Good.
They watch and argue, wager and conjecture at how or whether mortals will solve the puzzle set before them. Reclaiming Ukaizo is both a symbolic and a practical victory for the Huana. The ancient city is a potent reminder of their people's ancient glory, and it promises to be a much more easily defensible capital, especially with the storm controls of Andra's Spire close at hand. The other tribes unite under the Kahanga and dedicate themselves to rebuilding Ukaizo and relearning its secrets. The Valian Trading Company continues its operations in Deadfire, though it is forced to renegotiate many of its contracts with the newly empowered Huana Crown. Company leadership finds that the new terms are much more favorable to the tribes than to their own interests in the region.
Get fucked.
Due to these changes, the Valian Trading Company eventually withdraws most of its people. The Royal Deadfire Company is expelled from the archipelago as punishment for the storms across the Rawatayan mainland subside along with those of Andra's mortar. However, Rawatai regards this respite with a wary eye, ever mindful that the machinery at Andra's Spire remains under their foes' control.
Sure, but still, that's a good thing, quite frankly. Now, Rawatai will have to basically think twice before they attack the Huana.
The Huana settlement of Ukaizo reignites Ferrante's dream of a new Valian empire. Deadfire is claimed and controlled, but the clearing of Andra's mortar offers the possibility of new prospects in yet undiscovered lands.
Ferrante is dead.
He leads the old Valian loyalists across the sea, searching still for a new Valian homeland.
That's just a bug. Ferrante is dead. Yeah, I killed Ferrante. I killed Eothas, and... yeah.
Despite other tensions across the archipelago, Port Maje remains a model of peaceful, productive cooperation between the Huana and the Valian Trading Company. Though they do not always agree, Governor Clario and Storm Speaker Ikawa work together for the mutual benefit of their people. As the balance of power changes in Deadfire, so too does Nekataka transform.
Ferrante guiding the people from the beyond, hell yeah.
Though the Kahanga monarchy moves its new seat of government to Ukaizo, Nekataka continues to be a busy and important city. The Kahanga leadership takes responsibility for the welfare of the Raparu, and the Gullet starts to improve. What was once a den of crime, Ukaizo reveals more about the ancient art of water shaping than the guild could have hoped to learn in another century of work. With this new knowledge, water shapers across the archipelago wield the currents and bend the waves for the pleasure and benefit of the new Huana nation. Your brief encounter with Letharn proves deeply influential for the children of the Dawnstars. Plagued with nightmares and haunted by the deaths at Hesango, Letharn begins questioning his faith in Eothas. At first, his fellow Dawnstars chide him, but that changes as word of Eothas' deeds at Ukaizo spreads. After the children of the Dawnstars respond to Eothas' sacrifice by taking up the lanterns and sickles of the Harvesters of God.
Gathering souls across
They
Aora,
become
ferrying them to the
pilgrims of
haven.
essence,
Yep.
gathering souls across Aora and ferrying them to the haven within the
That's
Adra
okay.
Colossus. The Adra at Pokakohara is restored, but the rumored Valian Trading Company post never comes to Tikawara. Torn between waiting and seeking better fortunes elsewhere, the tribe gradually scatters and fragments.
Bye.
The dragon, Neraskirlas, no longer passes between Aora and the White Void, and the dead flow slowly breaks apart, exposing the temple long frozen within. The Harbingers of Dusk eventually resettle within and around Remergon's temple. Under Votanir's leadership, the settlement flourishes, becoming a prominent port of call along trading routes to and from the Deadfire.
This is a particularly nice ending. You made an army of Thresh? Yes. So this is a particularly nice ending, at least from my perspective, because one of the things that we hear about the White That Wends from Idowin is how, like, it's actually really difficult to leave the White That Wends. Like, if you live there, it's kind of a bitch to get out. So, because of, like, how hyper-isolated it is and how bad it looks on you if you do try to leave. So it's nice that this is, like, I see this as, like, the first tiny little step towards diminishing the isolationism of the people of the White That Ones. Boy, do they need to just touch some fucking grass. Stop obsessing over the end of everything.
In besting the Beast of Winter, you earned the Death God's mercy rather than his enmity.
You're welcome.
The deity remains characteristically unforthcoming about his decision, and you're left to wonder whether in doing battle with him in the White Void, you somehow furthered his apocalyptic ambitions.
Maybe. Who knows? Don't care. Beat the crap out of him.
Once repaired, the Adra at the primal island of Kazuwari again pulses with the flow of soul essence between the here and the beyond. The feral life on the island flourishes, the jungles and veld growing ever wilder and resistant to settlement and exploration alike. The faces of the hunt continue to rule the Crucible and Gallowain's, or rather, Tawamawai's name. The trials summoned by the statue grow deadlier with each season, until only those rare few willing to brave the gravest of dangers seek out the bloody ordeals of Kazuwari.
Sure.
Like the other souls following in your wake, Muatu eventually yearns to move on to the beyond and the wheel. Stymied by Eothas' actions, however, he settles on returning to Kazuwari, where he joins the released from their bondage to the Sightless Eye. The Vithrak of the Halls Obscured abandon the Black Isle and resettle in the deepest and darkest recesses of the ruins beneath Nekataka.
Good for them.
Sisak and his colony remain secretive and isolated, however, rarely interacting with those Kith crawling about in the sunlight above.
That's okay.
Encouraged by her arcane successes, Bakarna returns to her observatory to continue her studies of the celestial spheres. In time, her colleagues in the Circle of Archmagi come to accept her among their number. She takes on apprentices, and they trumpet her praises as both a brilliant innovator and nurturing pedagogue.
She is like the only nice Archmagi. And it pisses off WoW. It's just perfect in every way. I love this. I love this woman. I love everything she's ever done, everything she'll ever fucking do. She's amazing. Just her very existence pisses off WoW so much. On top of that, she also pisses off the Archmagi, like almost all of them. It's just amazing. This woman's amazing. And she's a good person, just in general. She's just amazing.
Slain by your hand, the Titan of WoW poses little further threat to Eora.
Good.
As the corpse decays, it putrefies into a massive nest of hungry fungal monstrosities. Vessels that anchor off the shores of the Black Isles tend to go missing, only to turn up shipwrecked months or even years later against distant shores. With time, the body collapses upon itself, and the Black Isles finally implode.
Okay. Good. It's gone. Done.
Seeking a living receptacle for the essence contained within the tomes you unearthed in the Halls Obscured, Langgrath devotes herself to study of the Godseed. She occasionally contacts you, usually on Dragonback, to solicit your expertise and advice. Her progress with the ancient Anguithan device remains steady, if excruciatingly slow.
That's okay. I trust her.
Though your adventures alter the destiny of Eora and the balance of power in Deadfire, they also leave a lasting mark on those who travel at your side. Your companions find themselves changed, in ways both big and small. Adair returns to Hisango, where he reunites with Byrne, the son of his former lover, Alava. The boy takes heart in Adair's account that Eothas and all the other gods were false, petty, and unworthy of the love of Kith. Realizing how close he came to dying for this cause, Byrne finds renewed purpose in working alongside his uncle to repair the many scars left upon Deadfire by the gods. Under Adair's guidance, Byrne grows into the kind of irreverent, stubborn hothead that would have made his mother proud. And Adair visits her gravesite, often to tell her so.
That's sweet.
Shodi is not a priestess who understands the meaning of subtlety. As such, she makes her girlish crush on Adair painfully obvious from the moment she first sets eyes on the strapping fighter. Early in your travels, Adair appears discomforted by her persistent flirting. He often grimaces when she sidles up to him, and he takes endless pains to keep their conversations terse and to the point. But after a little smoothing on your part to nudge them in the right direction, Adair makes an effort to view Shodi with an open mind. And Shodi begins teasing the veteran fighter in a more companionable and less amorous manner. After saving each other's hides a couple times and sharing more than a few laughs, the two form an easy, and you suspect, lifelong friendship. Seemingly lit with an inner glow, Shodi takes to a new life of mission work with gusto. She still is committed to shepherding souls forgone, but having realigned her goals with that of her fellow Dawnstars, she now endeavors to help the living as much as the dead. As you travel the Deadfire, you find her sleeping better and laughing more often. When the time comes for her to return to her temple in Nekataka, it's with a clear wistfulness and much lip-biting on her part. She leaves you with her sickle and a hastily scrawled note. It reads, "A keepsake from a path once walked. Remember me, Watcher, for I will forever dream of you." If Aloth has learned one thing from your adventures, it is that the forces shaping the world are vaster and more complex than he had ever imagined. And they are far beyond anyone's power to control. Thus, it is with great relief that he abandons his labors against the Leaden Key. Without Theus at the helm, it will crumble in its own time. The best he can do is stand back and allow it to happen. Happily, his decision allows him to journey alongside the Watcher he has come to love. He does not know what the future holds for them, or indeed for the world. Whatever it is, they shall face it as they have faced all their greatest trials. Together.
Adorable.
You let Romaro go, and the former pirate ostensibly set sail for the trade lanes of the Eastern Reach, the Edier Empire, Old Valia, and the Republics. For the remainder of your time together, Seraphin seems, if not exactly happy, at least contented with the outcome of your confrontation with his former mentor at Sayuka. After your encounter with Eothas, the pirate drifts into quiet contemplation. As you sail into your next port, he meets you at the ship's rail. He'll be leaving the gods to you going forward, he tells you, and saving his bullets for those like to die from them. Seraphin parts company with you not long after. Occasionally, in the years that pass, you hear tales of his ship, the Taste of Freedom, and its violent exploits against any and all who would purchase or purvey Kith.
Based. Fucking based.
After reporting back to her superiors for the Watcher's actions against the Valian Trading Company, Pallegina is rewarded with reassignment home to the Valian Republics. She spends the next several years as the head of the household guard for the Duke of Ancenze. In this role, she is often lauded for her courage and loyalty. Even with all of the praise, there are still times when she cannot help but feel she could have had more influence on what transpired in the Deadfire. Pallegina renews her relationship with Giacomo, corresponding with him regularly, and even meeting with the old Animenser once or twice a year. Though she does not understand the intricate details of his research, she reads his letters and responds with great enthusiasm. Her brothers, and even the dukes themselves, note that Pallegina's demeanor is always warmer on the days when she receives a letter. Rumors even spread that some of the brothers have seen her smile.
Pallegina's capable of smiling?
Time away from the Navy gives Maya Rua some perspective on how Rawatai conducted the Deadfire occupation. No sooner does she return to active duty than she voices her frustrations over some of the more underhanded tactics she witnessed and carried out in the name of the homeland.
Did they kill her for it?
Her voice carries all the way to the Ranganui, who reminds his admirals that battles are won by superior tactics, but war is a battle of precedent, and winning is not always a victory.
Okay.
The people listen.
You got lucky, Maya. Holy shit.
She looks forward to seeing her brother again.
Oh.
So does Ashiza.
So do I. Kana is awesome.
Takehu never intended to grasp at the destiny his coming foretold, but he finds himself doing just that.
Based.
He sails from island to island as an emissary from the gods to the Huana people. The tribes welcome his message and use it to bridge their traditions across the archipelago. Huana unity has never been stronger.
That's nice.
With Ngati's covenant firmly in mind, Takehu feels confident enough to reshape the very Deadfire.
That's not bad.
Your farewell is short and cordial. Nothing further needs to be said, and you wish each other well. Takehu does not look back. The sea feels restless in his absence.
That's a weird ending. Wait, what? I think we just got another bug. That's fine, whatever. That's like only the second or third we've gotten, but still. I believe that is a bug. Oh no, this is actually his... This is the nicest ending you can have with him? Regarding your relationship, which is kind of okay, well, okay. Okay.
Your pursuit of Eothas and your journey to Ukaizo signal the end of forces that have shaped the lives of Kith and the course of nations. The cycle of reincarnation has been broken. The storms of Andra's mortar have calmed. Yet each ending promises a new beginning. As the sun rises over Ukaizo, Kith turn their gaze eastward, wondering at what lies beyond, and at the world they will fashion for themselves. As the Watcher of Cadnua and the former Herald of Bareth, you return to your ship and begin the long journey home. You hope for calm weather.
There we go. We finished with 3 days to spare until I get to play Avowed. Whew. That took a lot. Fucking hell. Fast as fuck, boy. Huzzah, indeed. 32 times speed is wild. I know, it's beautiful. Look at that. They knew how long it would take. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. Done. We did everything, okay? I did it. Did you hear about the game that has 4-hour credits? Oh my god, no! No more. Oh god, that sounds horrible. Please no. Okay. So, I will be streaming Avowed in 3 days. I have like a few worries about... Some people mean that it made it a speedrun. Of course they did. I have a few worries about whether I'm allowed to stream Avowed on the 13th. I hope I am. We'll find out, because I will stream on the 13th, and then if you never hear from me again, it's because I got fucking banned. RIP. But we'll find out. Either you get a takedown or it goes up. Yeah, I hope it'll be fine. Glory to you for that one. Yeah. We'll see, we'll see. It's full release, not they're hiding anything, yeah. I hope so. But yeah, no. Avowed in 3 days. I'm probably not going to be streaming for the next 3 days at all, because as I said, I have visitors over at my house this week, so I will spend the next 3 days probably, well, doing stuff IRL, you know, touching grass, enjoying, sarcastically, the extreme freezing fucking cold of Denmark's winter. I hate the weather in this country. Every time I walk outside my door, I wonder, why did I move here from Portugal? But yeah, I will be doing that for the next 3 days, and but I will probably be making YouTube shorts and videos and all that shit for 3 days, so if you guys just want to look at stuff that you've probably already watched because you've been on my stream, it'll show up on my YouTube channel. That's probably what I'm gonna do for 3 days. And resting, yes, exactly. I will take a small little break until the next game comes out. After Avowed, you can look forward to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which somehow I've actually managed to stay spoiler-free. I am so happy about that. I'm so glad that, despite the fact that the game is apparently doing really well, everyone's saying very nice things about it, but the communities that I hang out with on the internet, they don't really like Kingdom Come, so I've been spoiler-free, which is great. Oh, thank fuck. So I think we can make it until after I finish Avowed and play it completely spoiler-free, which is cool. That's pretty cool. I really like Kingdom Come 1, so I'm very excited for it. I am a big fucking fan of the Woman's Lot DLC. It stands to this day as one of my favorite DLCs of all time. It's just a brilliant fucking game. But yeah. Okay, Avowed it is. Fucking Avowed, man. I've already seen that in Avowed, because I have the premium edition, I'm gonna get some like special skins that I can put on my characters. One of those skins is that I can give the Orlan Wizard, I can give her Alof's clothes, and that's not happening, bro. I feel like that's a little insulting to him. I feel bad. I feel bad for him. Anyway, maybe I will put it, but maybe I will do it. I don't know. Anyway, I have to go have dinner and touch grass, so see you guys in 3 days. Bye!